Hello everyone and welcome to a quick rundown on how to use Google Forms. Here I have made a sample Google form and I will give you guys a rundown on every question options. You can see that there's a drop down box and you can see all the question options. First we have the short answer. Basically like its name, you are allowed to give short answer text with this question. If we open the quiz in another tab, we can see the question here, is it a sunny day? And you can answer with a short response, it is. You can also add images with this button. You can upload from your computer in your camera roll by URL in the Photos, Google Drive, or a Google image search. I'll try searching for an image. And you can insert the image by pressing the bottom right. You can also duplicate this question, delete the question, or make it a required question. That means they need to answer this question no matter what. Next is the long answer text. Like the name, you can type a paragraph with this question option. What is your favorite movie and why? You can also add an image just like the first one. Next is the multiple choice question where they can choose from a bunch of different options. You can check here at the quiz, how are you today, and they can choose from one, or they can type in their own answer. You can also add an image here. Next is we have the checkboxes. In this question, they can select multiple choices at the same time. Which of these food do you like to eat? I like chicken, I like vegetables, I like sweets, and as well as soup. So I can select all of them at the same time or just 3, 2, or even 1. Next is we have the drop down option. So this question gives you a Dropbox option that will look like this. And you can obviously keep adding more. Next is the file upload. If you want your students to show their handwritten work, this is the perfect one. It means that they can upload any videos or images to this Google form. If you only allow specific file types, you'll be given a checkbox which allows you to choose from any of these options. You can choose the maximum number of files up to 10 and the maximum file size up to 10 gigabytes. Right here, if you view folder, this is where all the responses will be. Next is we have the linear scale. How much do you like cookies? It can be not really to very much. This scale can go up to 10. Next is we have the multiple choice grid. You can only select one from each column with this multiple choice grid. For example, which of these apply to you? I am a girl, tall, but I cannot choose short, I cannot choose playful, I cannot choose quiet. I can only select one per column. Say I am a boy, but I am playful. And that's the only one I can choose. To do this, you will need to have a row and maybe your own column. Next is the checkbox grid. Now I have the same set of questions. Now let's check what it does. The checkbox grid allows you to choose up to how many you like. So I'm a girl, I am tall, and I am also quiet. But maybe I'm also playful. So I can check up to how many I like. Let's say I'm a short and quiet boy. Next is the date. For this, you can just ask your students a question about a specific date for a specific event. So what day is it today? So today's date is January 14, 2022. And lastly, we have the time, which is also the same as date, but it's just about time. So what time is it right now? It is 4:46 p.m. and that's about it. But let's talk about the buttons here on the right. Here we have add question, which you can add more questions in and choose from other options. You can import questions from other forms. You can have a title and description, which is the same as this thing. You can add images, which will just add an image. You can add videos. You can also do a YouTube search. And you can add sections. It will look like that. And there's video. And then you can have a section, which will lead you to the quiz. You can also name your section. Quiz section. Well, this is introduction, next, and this is the quiz section. Now let's head over to the responses. And now you can see the responses that we have, the ones I just answered. Next is the setting. Now you can either make this Google form a quiz or just for you to collect feedback. Responses manage how responses are collected and protected. You can collect their email addresses. You can send responders a copy of their respond, always when requested. Allow response editing. Limit to 1 response. Like the file upload earlier, you can increase the limit to about 1 terabyte. Presentation, manage how the form and responses are presented. Show progress bar, shuffle question order. Confirmation message, your response has been recorded, or you can choose something else. Thank you for filling out the quiz. Save, show link to submit another response, which means they can retake it. View result summary, disable autosave for all respondents. Defaults, form defaults, setting applied to this form, collect email addresses by default. Question defaults, make questions required by default. So if you don't want to individually click on the required button, you can just make everything by default. On the top right, the customized theme, you can change the theme color to blue, to purple. You can see these changing as well to orange. And you can also change the background color according to the theme. You can also change the font style from 4 different texts. You have decorative, the formal, the playful, and the basic one. You can also choose a header image, maybe something like this, insert, and you'll have a header image. If you're done editing your Google Forms, you click on over to the send. You see a button here that says collect emails. You can send it to other people through email, or you can copy the link, shorten the URL, press copy, or you can share form through Facebook or Twitter. And that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please leave a like and thumbs up and subscribe for more tutorials. Goodbye.